Today we celebrate the life of Saint Pope Pius X. He led the church from 1903 till 1914 when he died. He opposed the modernist interpretations of doctrine and promoted liturgical reforms and Thomist scholastic theology. He initiated the preparation of the 1917 Code of Canon Law, the first comprehensive and systemic work of its kind, which was ultimately promulgated by his successor. He was devoted to the Blessed Virgin Mary. His papal encyclical, Ad Diem Illum, took on a sense of renewal that was reflected in the motto of his pontificate. He advanced the liturgical movement by formulating the principle of participatio actuosa, the active participation of the faithful. He encouraged the frequent reception of Holy Communion, and he lowered the age for First Communion. It used to be 12, and he lowered it to 7, but it depended on the country you were living in. He was known for his firm demeanor and sense of personal poverty. Poverty, that is. As a matter of fact, his family used to think that they were going to be living on Easy Street because he was elected Pope. But he told them, I was born poor, I'm going to live poor, and guess what? I'm also going to die poor, just like you. And so his relatives never received any kind of money or riches from him. After his death, a strong cult of devotion followed his reputation. He was beatified in 1951 and canonized in 1954 when I was 12 years old by Pope Pius XII. So, he was born in Riesi, near Venice in Italy, second born of 10 children. He walked almost 4 miles to school each day. He was nicknamed Beppe by his mama and had so much natural exuberance that his teacher often had to cane his backside. Can you imagine? Despite that, he was an excellent student, focused on his homework before doing anything recreational. In the evenings after sports and games, he would spend 10 minutes in prayer before returning home. Served as an altar boy and studied Latin with the local priest. He would attend Mass before breakfast and his long walk to school, often carrying his shoes to make them last longer. He was often teased for his meager lunches and shabby clothes, but he never complained. He was ordained a priest in 1858, and from that point on, there was no stopping him. Why was that? Because he was good. He was holy. He was poor. He was intelligent. But most of all, he lived to reflect Christ. And that's basically the story. You know the rest. His papal motto was Instaurare omnia in Christo, restore all things in Christ. And that's what he did. As a matter of fact, when he was elected Pope, he was supposed to wear a pectoral cross with lots of gold and silver and diamonds. But when he showed them what he had, they were all horrified in the Vatican because it was just a simple piece of gilded metal. But that's the one he wore on his election day. And when chided by Rome's social leaders for refusing to make his peasant sisters papal countesses, he responded, I have made them sisters of the Pope. What more can I do for them? And so that was good old Pope Pius X. God bless him. He helped lower the forms and lower the age and got us all to communion earlier. And in the end, he did what he was supposed to do. And I guess he must have been terrified of what the future was going to bring, because he could see the writing on the wall. God bless him, Saint Pope Pius X. It's a good thing to keep in mind how he lived. He stated, "I was born poor, I lived poor, I will die poor." He was embarrassed by some of the pomp of the papal court. "Look how they have dressed me up," he said in tears. "It is a penance to be forced to accept all these practices. They lead me around surrounded by soldiers, just like Jesus when he was seized in Gethsemane." He encouraged Catholics to become more politically involved, and one of his first papal acts was to end the supposed right of governments to interfere by veto in papal elections. And so there we have it. You can read about the rest. He was a wonderful pope, a holy pope. He even looked like a saint. God bless him.